At number 8, Caroline Flack. When Harry Styles was still a rising star on the X Factor, he had his first celebrity hookup. Though it may have been fun in the beginning, it also ultimately led to Harry being in his first scandal. Again, quite early on in his career. He completely bounced back from it, but at the time, this sneaky link was big news. Back when Harry was on the X Factor, he developed a crush on the show's presenter, Caroline Flack. Caroline wrote about this little crush in her autobiography, Storm in a Sea Cup, where she revealed that Harry's crush on her was no secret, saying, quote, "I already knew that he had a crush on me. He made it pretty obvious. He said it in magazines, and he said it to his friends." End quote. Ultimately, they started dating when Harry was 17 and Caroline was 31. All was well with them until suddenly things got complicated. One day, paparazzi captured images of Harry leaving Caroline's house and a scandal began. Caroline shared her thoughts on what happened next in her book, writing, quote, "It began to go wrong when Harry was pictured coming out of my house one morning. And once that was out, it was open season. After that, anyone could say anything. In the street, people started shouting at me." End quote. Things got so bad that Caroline even started receiving threats from One Direction fans, ultimately ending her relationship with Harry. At number 7, Taylor Swift. Now this next one I'm sure you were familiar with because there was so much drama going on between fan bases it was hard to miss. For a brief time between 2012 and 2013, Harry Styles and Taylor Swift were a couple. We don't really know that much about their relationship because it was kept so private, but there are images captured by paparazzi that confirm that they were together. The most information we have about their time together came after their breakup though, because this is where the drama began, but in song form of course. It is believed that there is somewhere between 4 and 6 songs about this relationship released by both Harry and Taylor. Many fans believe that the songs Style, Out of the Woods, I Knew You Were Trouble, and I Wish You Would, all by Taylor Swift, are about Harry in some way or another. Fans think that the release of these songs is what prompted Harry to release a few songs of his own about Taylor. It is thought that the songs Perfect and Two Ghosts are about Taylor Swift. Though not much is known about their time together, fans did get a handful of bangers out of this little entanglement. Before we carry on talking about the juicy hookups that Harry Styles had, why not take a moment to leave a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far, and while you're at it, consider subscribing to the channel to see more videos like this one. At number 6, Nicole Scherzinger. Now this next hookup doesn't have much information to it, but it's pretty juicy, and it's one celebrity hookup that I never knew about, so I had to include it on this list. Back in 2013, the Sun publication reported that Harry Styles had allegedly hooked up with Pussycat Dolls singer Nicole Scherzinger. Nicole was a judge on the X Factor back when Harry was on the show back in 2010, and so that's where people think things started between the two. When this alleged hookup happened, Harry was 19 while Nicole was 35. Fans thought that this age gap between the two performers was a little strange, while others didn't really see much issue with it since they were both adults. What's your take on this age gap? Is it weird or perfectly fine? Leave your thoughts down in the comments. At number 5, Georgia Fowler. After a handful of other relationships and hookups, Harry Styles moved on to having a relatively short-lived relationship with New Zealand-based model Georgia Fowler back in 2015. Fans found out about their little fling when Georgia posted a video of the two of them playing Scrabble on her Snapchat.
No, that's where I need to go.
Though their time together was brief, fans have suspected that Harry's song Kiwi is about Georgia because Kiwi is a common nickname for people from New Zealand. This suspicion has never been confirmed, and when asked about the song, Georgia has expressed confusion as to why people have associated her with the song, as she said in an interview, quote, "Really don't know anything about it. Definitely don't have a baby. That's what the song is about." End quote. What do you guys think? Could the song be about her? At number 4, Kendall Jenner. This next relationship slash hookup is a little complicated because they were kind of on and off. Kendall Jenner and Harry Styles had a brief relationship back in 2013 when they were spotted having dinner together in LA in November of that year. The couple ended up splitting up a few months later in February 2014, but the following year in 2015, they sparked up their relationship once again after they were spotted spending New Year's together on a yacht. About a week after the couple was spotted together, fan suspicions were confirmed by Kendall's sister Chloe when she told Entertainment Weekly that Kendall and Harry were in fact dating, saying, quote, "Do I think they're dating? Yes. I don't know if they're like boyfriend-girlfriend. Nowadays, I don't know. People are weird with stuff. So I don't know their title." End quote. Not much was seen of the couple after that until they were spotted again a few months later in April 2016 when the pair were seen shopping together in LA. This, however, came about during a time when Kendall was also rumored to be dating Lakers player Jordan Clarkson. After that, things went dark again until October 2016 when they were spotted together one last time while having dinner. Fans thought that this might have been their next attempt at having a relationship, though nothing was ever confirmed. At number 3, Camille Rowe. One of Harry Styles' more recent relationships was with Victoria's Secret model Camille Rowe a couple years back from 2017 to 2018. Fans were quick to catch on to this relationship as some of the most invested fans noticed Harry's voice in the background of one of Camille's Instagram stories. This relationship seemed to be a little more serious than ones in the past, as it was said that Harry introduced Camille to his family. They were also seen being cute out in public as Harry was spotted carrying Camille's purse. Unfortunately though, Harry and Camille ended up breaking up after about a year together. Even though their relationship ended, they still seemed pretty close, as they were spotted by one of Harry's fans having lunch together in LA, giving the fan base a little hope that the couple would be getting back together. Unfortunately for the fans though, that never ended up happening. At number 2, Kiko Mizuhara. Now this next one is more rumor and speculation than anything else, but fans were convinced that Harry Styles had some kind of relationship with Kiko Mizuhara. In early 2019, a rumor started going around suggesting that Harry Styles was dating actress, model, and singer Kiko Mizuhara. When this rumor eventually circled back to Kiko, she tried to shut it down. Kiko took to Twitter to try and tell her fans that there was nothing going on between her and Harry when she said, quote, "It's been reported that Harry Styles and I have been in a relationship, but I have no relationship with him and have never met him. The world is full of fake news. People believe what they want to believe rather than questioning reality." End quote. Despite this tweet, however, fans debunked Kiko's statement as her cover was blown about a month after making that tweet. Kiko was spotted at Harry's 25th birthday party in Tokyo, and there's even video evidence to back it all up. They weren't seen getting too close, but fans were still convinced that there was something going on between the two celebrities. And finally, at number 1, Olivia Wilde. This is Harry's current relationship, and it seems to be going pretty well so far. Rumors of their relationship started back in late 2020 as they got closer while working on Olivia's film Don't Worry Darling after Harry got the part that Shia LaBeouf was fired from. The couple officially confirmed their relationship in early 2021, and those close to them have said that they are going strong. On the topic of their relationship, sources have said, quote, "They have gotten serious quickly and have an intense connection," end quote. Olivia and Harry have been spending a lot of time together. Olivia has been spotted at many of Harry's concerts, dancing and showing support for her man, and they've even been seen traveling together. Over the summer last year, Harry and Olivia were seen vacationing together in southern Italy, and it's also been reported that the couple is renting a house together. Things seem to be going quite well with them, so I hope things continue on a positive path for them.
First up, Rihanna. If you can believe it, Rihanna and Shia went on a date back in the early 2000s. Apparently, Rihanna was the one that contacted him and asked for the date. When Shia saw it, he said, quote, "I was filming a sword fight when I got the message. I said, can this be my life?" But their relationship did not turn into anything serious, and it fizzled out after the first date. He added, quote, "It never got beyond one date. The spark wasn't there, we weren't passionate about each other in that way, so we remain friends." Next up, Amber Tamblyn. Amber Tamblyn and Shia LaBeouf first got together back in 2005 and made their red carpet appearance at the movie premiere for Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants together. The pair never actually confirmed their relationships, but they were photographed getting cozy a number of times, so it was clear they were dating in some capacity. We're not sure when things ended, but a few months after they were spotted together, the pair were no longer seen out anymore, so it was clear the short relationship ended. Megan Fox. These two started dating after they starred alongside each other in the Transformers franchise, so we can assume they started dating sometime in 2007, which is about when the first movie was released. Although the pair were very tight-lipped in the relationship back when it was happening, they spoke about it years later. Megan Fox officially confirmed the relationship during an appearance on Watch What Happens Live back in 2018, saying, quote, "I mean, I would confirm that it was romantic. I love him. I've never really been quiet about that. I love him." LaBeouf also commented on their fling in 2011, saying, quote, "Look, you're on the set for 6 months with someone who's rooting to be attracted to you, and you're rooting to be attracted to them. I never understood the the separation of work and life in that situation, but the time I spent with Megan was our own thing. We aren't sure why they broke up, but it was rumored that Shia had a fling with another one of his Transformers co-stars, so clearly the relationship he had with Megan was not serious. Carey Mulligan. These two presumably started dating after they acted alongside each other in the movie Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps together. The couple dated for about a year before they called it quits in 2010, and they were head over heels about each other, although they kept it on the down low in interviews with limited PDA while out together. In March of 2010, Shia gushed about his relationship with Mulligan. He said, quote, "I never had anything in my life that was off limits, but with this, just out of respect, I just don't want to mess around." Adding, quote, "Neither one of us are fame whores, it works out." The pair broke up that October, and he spoke with Details magazine about the split. He said, quote, "I still love her. I think she's an awesome person and an incredible actress. We're still pals. I wouldn't take any of it back, and I don't think she would either. It just ran its course." In a later interview, he revealed the issue between them two was their varying level of commitment. Mulligan wanted a marriage with kids, while Shia did not. Mulligan then went on to marry Marcus Mumford from the band Mumford & Sons. Carolyn Faux. Shia started dating Los Angeles-based stylist Carolyn Faux in 2010. The couple was pretty serious, and they dated for 2 years before splitting. They broke up after LaBeouf filmed the movie Nymphomaniac with co-star Mia Goth. This could mean there was some infidelity here, as Shia and Goth got together shortly after that. Faux later revealed her tumultuous relationship with LaBeouf, adding that it got violent at some points. She told the New York Times that one time, quote, "he drunkenly pinned her to a bed and headbutted her, enough that she bled." With the recent allegations against him, it shows that clearly these actions are a pattern of behavior. Mia Goth. Following his split with Faux, LaBeouf dated Nymphomaniac co-star Mia Goth, on and off for a few years. The pair actually got married in 2016 in Vegas, but later his team confirmed that it was not a real relationship, rather a commitment ceremony. However, that was clearly not true, because they filed for divorce in September of 2018. After their split, a source close to Goth revealed, quote, "It was a very crazy relationship and he is very fiery. She's told her friends that she can't take it anymore. When he was preparing for a part, Mia would keep away from him and move out because his rehearsals were so intense." But the story with these two is not over, and it was rumored that they were back together in 2020 as they were seen out together on a number of occasions. But they were off once again in 2020 when LaBeouf started dating actress Margaret Qualley. However, that relationship was short-lived, and after another one of LaBeouf's ex-girlfriends, FK Twigs, accused him of harmful conduct. I will get into both of these ladies in a moment, but rumors are swirling that Mia Goth and Shia might now be engaged, now that Goth is expecting a child. We assume that child is Shia's, as they have been spotted out together while she's been pregnant, although neither party has confirmed if they are officially back together. Talia Barnett / FKA Twigs. Talia Barnett, whose stage name is FKA Twigs, began dating LaBeouf after his split from Goth in 2018. They met on the set of Honey Boy, but the pair did not become official until after the movie was finished. The couple was together for less than a year, and the world was shocked when Barnett filed a lawsuit against LaBeouf after their split, citing physical and emotional distress because of his actions. The suit includes many strange and disturbing claims. Barnett has accused LaBeouf of harmful sexual conduct, along with knowingly giving her an STD. Barnett said about the relationship, quote, "What I went through with Shia was the worst thing I've ever been through in my whole life. I don't think people would ever think it would happen to me, but I think that's the thing. It can happen to anybody." LaBeouf commented on the lawsuit, saying, quote, "I'm not in any position to tell anyone how my behavior made them feel. I have no excuses for my alcoholism or aggression, only rationalizations. I've been harmful to myself and everyone around me for years." Adding, quote, "I have a history of hurting the people closest to me. I'm ashamed of that history and I'm sorry to those I hurt. There's nothing else I can really say." In February of 2021, FK Twigs told Elle that it's, quote, "a miracle that I came out alive." She then spoke of some more incidents with LaBeouf. Once the pair were driving together and he started speeding and driving erratically. At the time, Barnett was preparing for a fatal crash, but thankfully that did not happen. She said that luck was the reason she survived their relationship. As of now, the pair are trying to work out their legal matter out of court, but she is preparing to take him to court if their mediations aren't successful. Margaret Qualley. In September of 2021, Margaret Qualley and LaBeouf's brief relationship ended after the allegations from FK Twigs came out. The pair were first linked after they filmed Love Me Like You Hate Me together in the early fall. A source said at the time, quote, "They are not dating, but have fun together. Margaret is a social butterfly and has a big group of friends. She doesn't really bring Shia around this group though. She's not interested in having a boyfriend." They were spotted out holding hands on many occasions, but the relationship quickly ended after news broke of the lawsuit. One source told People that Qualley was aware of the backlash she received for seeing LaBeouf amid the lawsuit, and she didn't want to deal with it anymore. The source added that Margaret is now focusing on her work. Sia. Sia revealed her hookup with Shia LaBeouf after FK Twigs filed her lawsuit against him. In the midst of the drama, Sia went to share with the public her negative experiences with the actor. Sia revealed that her and LaBeouf actually dated the same time he dated FK Twigs, and he encouraged the adultery adultery. LaBeouf and Sia first met when he appeared in the 2015 music video for Sia's track Elastic Heart alongside dancer Maddie Ziegler. Following the lawsuit, Sia tweeted, quote, "I too have been hurt emotionally by Shia, a pathological liar, who conned me into an adulterous relationship claiming to be single. I believe he's very sick and have compassion for him and his victims. Just know if you love yourself, stay safe, stay away." In a second tweet, Sia added, quote, "Also, I love you FKA Twigs. This is very courageous and I'm very proud of you." Sia later told the Sunday Times, quote, "It turns out he was using the same lines on me and Twigsy, and eventually we found out because we ended up talking to one another. Both of us thought we were singly dating him, but that wasn't the case, and he was still married."
At number 10, Bridget Hall. As you will come to see, Leonardo DiCaprio has hooked up with a lot of celebrities over the years. This isn't even a complete list. He's known for being with models and a few actresses as well, so let's kick things off with Leo's fling with supermodel Bridget Hall. The London Sun reported several sightings of Leo and Bridget together back in 1994 in New York City. According to the supermodel, she and Leo were just friends, but rumors surrounding the pair say otherwise. According to others, Bridget and Leo had been hooking up, but apparently she wasn't happy about it. One source claimed that Bridget once said, quote, "He was lousy in bed, the sex was bad," end quote. According to the source, because it was so bad, she ended up dumping the actor because he was, quote, "disappointing." Having that rumor out there in the public must have sucked for Leo. We don't know if this is actually factual or not, since no one's actually confirmed that statement, but at least we know that this quote didn't hurt Leo's chances with the ladies because he still had a lot of luck judging by how many people are on this list. At number 9, Naomi Campbell. Another famous supermodel that Leonardo DiCaprio allegedly hooked up with is none other than Naomi Campbell. We know that Leo and Naomi are pretty close friends, but back in the 90s there was a rumor that the two of them had been hooking up on occasion. In 1995 it was reported that Leo and Naomi were a bit of a thing, but they ultimately decided in the end to keep things platonic. But that doesn't mean that they haven't spent any private time together since then. Since deciding to keep their friendship status as just friends, they've gone on vacations together with a group of their friends, they've hosted and attended each other's events, and there was even a funny moment when Leo photobombed Naomi's selfie with 50 Cent. You should know better than to photobomb a supermodel, Leo. Tisk tisk. Before we carry on talking about people who've been with Leonardo DiCaprio, why not take a moment to leave a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far, and while you're at it, consider subscribing to the channel to see more videos like this one. At number 8, Kristen Zang. With so many celebrity relationships, we know that they can't always work out. Here's a relationship that didn't exactly pan out for Leonardo DiCaprio. Back in the 90s, Leonardo DiCaprio got into a relationship with model and actress Kristen Zang. The couple started off pretty strong and dated for about 15 months between 1996 and 1997. This all occurred before he shot to fame after starring in Titanic. During their relationship, Leo even brought Kristen along as his date to his film Romeo and Juliet. Side note, that is an incredible film. Anyways, like all good things, this relationship had to come to an end, and the reason why it ended might surprise you. In an article published by the Daily News, it was reported that Kristen and Leo broke up because of the actor's immaturity. Kristen said that he and his friends needed to, quote, "grow up," end quote. Now, I'm not sure if there was any specific catalyst for saying that Leo was immature, like how he acted or something, but clearly this was perhaps a case of right person, wrong time. At number 7, Helena Christensen. From doing my research for this list, I've come to learn that Leonardo DiCaprio is quite the party goer, or at least he definitely was when he was younger at the height of his career. He was known to go to parties and fraternize with various supermodels, and this is sort of how former Victoria's Secret model Helena Christensen came into the actor's life. Apparently, the Danish model was the first woman who partied with Leo when he shot to fame after the release of Titanic in 1997. According to sources, Leo and Helena had hooked up a couple times, but their relationship didn't really go anywhere past the bedroom. As fun as it may have been to be with this up-and-coming actor, Helena didn't do anything else with Leo and later got into a relationship with The Walking Dead star Norman Reedus, whom she was with for 5 years or so. At number 6, Gisele Bundchen. Other than short-lived relationships and little hookups here and there, Leo has had some on and off again relationships. One of these rather unstable relationships happened with supermodel Gisele Bundchen. This couple was on and off between 1999 and 2005, but obviously they called it quits after that. In an interview Gisele did with Vanity Fair in 2009, the supermodel opened up about her relationship with Leonardo, where she opened up about her feelings on the situation and how she felt about the actor, where she said, quote, "We know what we had. We were very young and we grew together in a lot of ways. We were not meant to be boyfriend and girlfriend, but I respect him enormously and wish him nothing but the best." end quote. Gisele later went on to marry NFL player Tom Brady, but she does have one special thing with Leonardo, and that is the title of the only woman the actor has taken to an award show besides his mother or his BFF Kate Winslet. At number 5, Bar Raffaelli. Following his relationship with Gisele Bundchen, Leonardo DiCaprio got into another relationship with the supermodel, surprise surprise. This time he started loving up on Victoria's Secret model Bar Raffaelli. The couple dated for quite a while, with their relationship spanning from 2005 to 2011. They did take a 6-month break back in 2009, but apparently it did them some good having time away from each other. After the couple got back together following this 6-month break, Bar talked about the experience in an interview. She told sources that she was very grateful for the time that they took apart, saying that she took the time to grow up and work on herself. That's actually a really positive thing to do, and I feel like that's a good way of working on a relationship, by working on yourself. Either way, for them, things didn't work out in the end as they broke up in 2011, and Bar went on to marry Israeli businessman Adi Ezra in 2015. At number 4, Blake Lively. Before Blake Lively married the legendary Ryan Reynolds, she was involved in a bit of a flingy-wingy with Leonardo DiCaprio. There really wasn't much tea to this hookup, other than two adults just enjoying each other's company, but it was still noteworthy, so let me tell you guys about it. Back in 2011, Blake and Leo started making minor headlines after paparazzi caught the two actors getting cozy during the Cannes Film Festival back in 2011. Blake was hooking up with Leo, and sources caught some glimpses into their PDA-filled summer as they traveled together. They were seen canoodling in Italy, New York City, and LA as well, and as you can imagine, the paparazzi ate that up. They were so close back then that Blake even spent her birthday with Leo in Australia while he was filming The Great Gatsby. This whirlwind romance came to an end in October of that year though, with sources citing that the two of them decided to just remain friends. At number 3, Erin Heatherton. Leonardo DiCaprio isn't one to stay single for long, it seems, after seeing a bit of a pattern form throughout this list. Just after his little breakup with Blake Lively, Leo found himself a new partner, this time being with former Victoria's Secret supermodel Erin Heatherton. The two of them did a fair bit of traveling together, first being spotted touring the Vaucluse house in Sydney, Australia in December 2011. The couple was also spotted vacationing together in Mexico as well as Hawaii and Los Angeles. Leo and Erin were also seen spending time together in New York City as paparazzi spotted them riding bikes together in the city. They were going strong for about a year or so, but they ended up splitting up in 2012. Reports say that the couple called it quits because of Leo's schedule, as he was pretty preoccupied with filming for The Wolf of Wall Street. At number 2, Kelly Rohrbach. Next up in the history of Leonardo DiCaprio's flings, we have his relationship with Sports Illustrated model Kelly Rohrbach. Leo and Kelly got together in April of 2015, and a lot of people thought that things were getting pretty serious between the two of them. Throughout their time together, they spent time in New York City, the Hamptons, Saint-Tropez, and were even seen attending the US Open together in October of that year. As I mentioned, people thought that things were getting serious because it was rumored that Leo had proposed to Kelly, but that rumor turned out to be untrue. The couple split up in 2016, but many people think that both parties were pretty okay after the split because they moved on to bigger things, like Kelly being cast in the new Baywatch movie the same week that it was announced that they had broken up. And finally, at number 1, Rihanna. Probably one of the juiciest hookups that Leonardo DiCaprio has had was when he was reportedly getting cozy with Rihanna. Leo and Rihanna were first seen getting close to one another at Coachella in 2015, but this first public look at the two of them cuddling up to each other wasn't the first time it's actually happened. Rumor has it that Leo and Rihanna had actually started hooking up long before that. It was also said that Leo helped to plan the singer's birthday that year when she turned 27. They weren't seen together in public too much, probably to keep their relationship, or whatever they wanted to call it, a secret, but when they were seen out in public again at a club in Paris just after Riri's birthday, they claimed that they were just friends. These celebrity hookups are just one of those Hollywood secrets that are hard to decipher because they're kept so hush-hush. All we have to go off of is whispers and speculation, but hey, that's good enough for a lot of people.